Emily's heart raced as she watched the powerful rotor blades of Marine One descending toward the airstrip. The sight of the presidential helicopter was jaw-dropping, but what took her breath away even more was the reason it had come. Just 3 weeks earlier, she had given up her first-class seat to a stranger covered in bandages, a man whose life she'd never imagined would intersect with hers. What happened next would turn Emily's world upside down in ways she could never have anticipated. Emily Turner is a dedicated travel consultant at Horizon Travel, a high-end travel agency known for crafting luxurious, once-in-a-lifetime vacation experiences. She spends her days planning elaborate getaways for clients, making sure every detail is perfect, from 5-star hotels to private tours. Though Emily has never been able to indulge in these types of vacations herself, she finds immense satisfaction in helping others make their dream trips a reality. Her passion for travel is evident in the enthusiasm she pours into every booking, even if it's not something she gets to enjoy herself. Emily is known for her kindness, always taking the time to listen to her clients' needs, ensuring that their travels go off without a hitch. She's content with her life, finding happiness in the success and joy of the people she assists, even if it means living vicariously through their adventures. Despite the glamorous vacations she arranges, Emily's own life is far more modest. She shares an apartment in the heart of the city and spends her free time with family, never quite able to experience the lavish lifestyle she helps others attain. Little does she know, her chance for a life-changing experience is just around the corner. One morning, Emily receives a phone call that turns her world upside down. It's her sister Sarah, and the news is both surprising and exciting. Sarah is getting married in Sydney, and Emily has been gifted a first-class ticket to attend the wedding. Emily can hardly believe it. This is the opportunity she's been waiting for, the chance to experience the luxury and comfort she's always arranged for others. It feels like a dream come true. For days, Emily cannot stop thinking about the trip. She imagines the glamorous first-class cabin, the gourmet meals, and the pampering she'll finally get to enjoy. She carefully plans out every detail of her trip, making sure everything is perfect. Her excitement is palpable, and she can't wait for the day to arrive. It's a rare occasion for her, and she's determined to make the most of it. The day of the flight finally arrives, and Emily heads to the airport with a mixture of excitement and nervousness. As she checks in, she's thrilled to receive her first-class boarding pass. For the first time, she's going to experience the luxury she's been booking for clients for years. She can already picture herself enjoying the premium services, reclining in her spacious seat, sipping champagne, and drifting off to sleep in comfort. However, when she arrives at the departure gate, things take an unexpected turn. As Emily waits for her flight to board, she notices a man sitting alone, looking disheveled and distressed. His face is covered in bandages, and his eyes reveal a deep sadness. He seems out of place, sitting in the luxurious terminal, surrounded by the well-dressed crowd. People avoid him, casting quick glances and then turning away, seemingly uncomfortable with his presence. Emily, who has always been attentive to the needs of others, feels a pull in her heart. She can't help but be moved by the man's situation. She feels an overwhelming sense of compassion for him, a stranger in pain, isolated in the midst of what should be an exciting moment for everyone else. As Emily stands there, uncertain of what to do, something inside her shifts. This is a moment that will change her life forever. As Emily continues to watch the man, her heart begins to ache. She can't shake the feeling that something about his situation is deeply unfair. His face is weary, and his posture suggests that he's not just physically injured but emotionally broken as well. He's clearly been through something traumatic, and yet, no one seems to care. The air around him feels heavy, and Emily can sense his isolation. She hesitates for a moment, unsure of what to do. But her instincts take over. Without a second thought, Emily approaches the man, offering him a warm smile. She asks if he's okay, but he simply nods, avoiding eye contact. His response is brief, but Emily can sense the struggle behind his words. She knows she can't just walk away. Emily looks down at her first-class ticket in her hand. It's a dream come true, something she never thought she'd have the chance to experience. But as she looks back at the man, alone and suffering, the decision becomes clear. She approaches the gate agent and asks if she can switch her seat. Without waiting for confirmation, she turns to the man, offering him her first-class seat. At first, he's taken aback, clearly surprised by the generosity of a stranger. He hesitates, unsure if he should accept such an offer, but Emily insists. "You deserve it more than I do," she says. "Please, take my seat." The man looks up at her, a mixture of gratitude and disbelief in his eyes. He thanks her softly, and Emily leads him to the front of the cabin. As she watches him settle into the spacious seat, she feels a strange sense of peace. It's not the luxury she imagined for herself, but in this moment, it feels even better. Emily takes her new seat in economy, far from the luxury she had hoped for. As the plane begins to taxi down the runway, she feels a sense of satisfaction that words can't describe. She has given up something she longed for, but in return, she's gained something far more valuable, a feeling of fulfillment that money could never buy. The flight stretches on for what feels like an eternity, but Emily doesn't mind. Despite the cramped seat and the lack of luxury, there's a calmness that washes over her. The plane hums along, and she gazes out the window, watching the clouds drift past. As the hours tick by, Emily's thoughts keep drifting back to the man she helped. She recalls the look of relief that crossed his face when he sank into that first-class seat, as if the weight of the world had been lifted off his shoulders. It's a moment she'll never forget, the quiet gratitude in his eyes, the way he tried to hide the depth of his emotions. Emily feels a deep sense of pride in her decision, but it's more than just that. There's a sense of peace in her heart, as though she's made the right choice, even if it wasn't the one she had envisioned for herself. As the flight continues, Emily can't help but reflect on her life. For so long, she's lived vicariously through her clients' extravagant vacations, imagining what it would be like to experience those things herself. She spent years booking luxury for others, dreaming of first-class flights, five-star hotels, and all the perks that come with wealth. But in this moment, as she sits in economy class, she realizes that the most valuable experience she could ever have isn't found in a fancy seat or a five-star resort. It's in the simple, unselfish act of kindness. When the plane finally touches down in Sydney, Emily feels something different. She's not disappointed or resentful, not even the slightest bit envious of the passengers in first class. Instead, there's a quiet joy in her heart, a warmth that comes from knowing she did something good for someone else. The trip may not have gone as planned, but Emily has found something far more rewarding than luxury, a deeper understanding of the power of kindness and selflessness. Her sister's wedding awaits, but Emily knows she has already received a gift far greater than any wedding gift she could have imagined. 3 weeks after her trip, Emily is back at work at Horizon Travel, adjusting to the normal pace of her daily routine. She's still thinking about the man she helped on the flight, how his presence seemed to have lingered in her mind. Every now and then, she finds herself wondering where he was, if he was doing better, or if he had ever really understood the depth of what she had done for him. Then, one ordinary Tuesday morning, Emily's life takes another unexpected turn. She receives a call at work, an unusual call, one that she wasn't expecting. The voice on the other end of the line is formal but friendly, and the person introduces themselves as a representative from Marine One, the president's helicopter. Emily feels her heart skip a beat. Her mind races. Why would someone from Marine One be calling her? The representative goes on to explain that the man she had helped on the flight, the one she had offered her first-class seat to, is actually a high-ranking member of the U.S. Special Forces. His name is John Carter, and he was severely injured during a military operation. He was en route to a medical facility after being awarded the Medal of Honor for his bravery in saving the lives of his fellow soldiers. The representative explains that, as a token of gratitude for Emily's selfless act of kindness, John wants to personally thank her. He wants to invite her to a special event in Hawaii, a private gathering to honor military heroes and their contributions. Emily is stunned. This is beyond anything she could have ever imagined. A few days later, Emily finds herself boarding a plane once again, this time to Hawaii, where she's invited to tour military sites, experience breathtaking views, and witness the kind of access that's typically reserved only for military personnel and high-ranking officials. It's a world she never thought she would enter, and it's all because of one simple act of kindness. As Emily steps off the plane in Hawaii, she's overwhelmed with gratitude. She never expected this kind of opportunity, but now that she has it, she's determined to make the most of it. The days Emily spends in Hawaii are nothing short of extraordinary. She's taken on a private tour of military installations, including areas she never thought would be open to the public. She visits high-security zones, learns about the courage and sacrifice of those in the military, and witnesses the unparalleled beauty of Hawaii's hidden gems, places only accessible to military personnel and select government officials. Everything is beyond her expectations. Emily is in awe of the respect and honor shown to the brave men and women who serve their country. She stands in awe as she learns more about the man she helped, John Carter. He isn't just any military man, he's a decorated hero, someone who has faced life or death situations with bravery and determination. Despite his fame and his hero status, he remains humble and grounded, always remembering the kindness of a stranger who gave up her seat. During her time in Hawaii, Emily has several conversations with John. They talk about the hardships he's faced, his recovery, and the bond he shares with his comrades. He speaks with passion and humility about his service, and Emily finds herself deeply moved by his stories. It becomes clear that John is not just a hero because of his military achievements, but because of the strength of his character and the kindness he shows to others. In these moments, Emily realizes that her perspective on life has been forever changed. She's always known that luxury isn't the ultimate goal, but now she understands the true meaning of fulfillment. The experiences she's had in Hawaii, the people she's met, the stories she's heard, and the lessons she's learned, have reshaped her entire outlook. She's no longer focused on the things she doesn't have. Instead, she's learned to appreciate the small, meaningful moments that make life truly worthwhile. Her time with John and the others in Hawaii also gives Emily a deep sense of purpose. She feels proud of her decision to act selflessly and is inspired to continue living her life with kindness and generosity. The world is full of opportunities to help others, and Emily now knows that even the smallest gesture can have an immeasurable impact. As her trip draws to a close, Emily feels like a different person, one who understands what it truly means to live a fulfilling life. As Emily's time in Hawaii comes to an end, she finds herself reflecting on everything she's experienced. The breathtaking views, the powerful stories of courage, and the genuine kindness that surrounded her have left an indelible mark on her soul. What began as a simple act of kindness, offering her first-class seat to a stranger, has transformed into a life-changing adventure, one that has opened doors to new friendships, experiences, and insights. On her final day, John Carter invites her to a small gathering to celebrate the bravery of fellow service members. Emily is deeply moved by the event, where she is introduced to other heroes who have risked their lives for their country. The ceremony is simple yet powerful, reminding everyone present of the value of sacrifice, honor, and integrity. As the event winds down, John pulls Emily aside. With a quiet smile, he hands her a carefully wrapped gift, a small, intricately designed model of Marine One, the helicopter that carries the President of the United States. It's a token of gratitude, a gesture that symbolizes the deep respect he has for her. Along with the gift is a heartfelt note, expressing his thanks for the kindness she showed him when he needed it the most. Emily holds the gift in her hands, feeling a profound sense of gratitude. It's not the material value of the gift that touches her, but the meaning behind it, the recognition that even the smallest acts of kindness can change the course of someone's life. The note John wrote reminds her that what truly matters is not what we have, but what we give to others. As Emily makes her way back to the airport, she feels lighter than she has in a long time. She's learned that kindness is not just about the immediate impact it has, but about the ripple effect it creates in the world. One simple, selfless act can lead to a chain of events that forever alters the trajectory of someone's life. With a heart full of gratitude and a renewed sense of purpose, Emily returns home, knowing that she has not only changed someone else's life, but also her own. The story of Emily teaches us that kindness and selflessness can transform lives, not only the lives of others but also our own. Small, meaningful actions can ripple out in ways we cannot foresee, creating profound impacts on those we help. Emily's simple choice to offer her first-class seat didn't just change the life of a hero, it also opened her eyes to a life filled with purpose, gratitude, and deeper connections. Her journey reminds us that the greatest rewards in life come not from material wealth, but from the love and kindness we share with others. If Emily's story inspired you, take a moment to reflect on how you can spread kindness in your own life. Share this video with friends and family, and encourage them to join the movement of spreading kindness. Let's create a world where generosity and compassion lead the way. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you believe in the power of kindness. And leave a comment below telling us about a time when someone's kindness made a difference in your life. We'd love to hear your story.